Ever wonder how fabrics go from, well, kind of blah to like the star of the show?
Yeah.
Today we're deep diving into the world of finishing textile technicians,
Okay.
the artists behind the scenes who make that magic happen.
Yeah.
We're checking out RoleCatcher's career guide
Mm.
to give you the inside track on this hands-on career.
What's interesting is we kind of take the feel of fabrics for granted.
Right.
Whether it's the softness of a t-shirt
Yeah,
or the drape of a curtain that's the handiwork of a finishing textile technician,
totally.
they bridge the gap between raw materials and the high-quality textiles we see in everything.
Okay, so let's break down what they actually do.
Okay.
RoleCatcher describes it as setting up and managing the finishing processes.
Right.
But it sounds like so much more than just technical steps.
Absolutely. Imagine a plain piece of cotton, fresh off the loom.
Okay.
It might be rough, dull, even a bit smelly.
Yeah.
The finishing textile technician steps in to transform it. They're masters of techniques like dyeing, creating those vibrant colors, or printing or adding intricate patterns. And then there's heat setting, which is all about manipulating the fabric structure
Wow.
to achieve that perfect drape and feel.
So they're like alchemists, transforming ordinary materials into something like extraordinary.
Yeah.
It makes you appreciate the science and artistry behind the clothes you grab without thinking twice.
It really does. And speaking of artistry, think about those colors that stay vibrant even after multiple washes.
Oh, yeah.
Or the difference between a scratchy t-shirt and one that feels amazing.
Yeah.
That's the mark of a skilled finishing textile technician.
Right?
They're not just following instructions, they're problem solvers,
Yeah.
constantly adjusting techniques to achieve the desired look and feel.
So there's a real element of creativity and precision involved, with a blend of art and science.
Precisely.
Yeah.
They need to understand textile properties, dyes, and finishes.
Right.
But they also need that keen eye for detail
Mm-hmm.
and the ability to troubleshoot when things don't go according to plan, which happens in any manufacturing environment.
Right, yeah. Makes you realize they're the unsung heroes of not just fashion, but so many industries.
Yeah, definitely.
We're talking furniture, upholstery, carpets, even the fabrics used in cars. Their work is everywhere.
It really is.
Yeah.
And with the growing demand for sustainable and innovative textiles, their role is only becoming more vital.
Speaking of their work being everywhere,
Right.
what kind of setting are we talking about? Where do these textile gurus actually do their thing?
So RoleCatcher mentions factories,
Okay.
mills,
Uh-huh.
sometimes even design studios.
Oh, wow.
Basically, anywhere you find that buzz of creation and production, it's a dynamic environment.
Yeah, not exactly your typical office cubicle. It sounds like there's a real hands-on aspect to it.
Exactly. While some roles might see you in a design studio,
Right?
you're likely spending a good chunk of time on the factory floor.
Yeah.
Amidst the whir of machines and the rhythm of production, it can be pretty exciting.
I bet. Now let's get real for a second. Every job has its ups and downs. What does RoleCatcher highlight as the pros and cons of being a finishing textile technician?
They definitely don't sugarcoat it.
Okay.
On the plus side,
Yeah.
the demand for skilled technicians is skyrocketing right now.
Wow.
This isn't a blip on the radar.
Okay.
It's a trend driven by, I think, a couple of factors.
Right.
First, there's a growing global demand for textiles.
Mm-hmm.
And second, experience is highly valued in this field.
Right.
So experienced technicians are in high demand but short supply.
Interesting.
For someone entering this career, that translates into job security and some serious bargaining power.
Now that's something you don't hear every day, especially in today's job market. But you mentioned they don't sugarcoat it. What about the downsides?
Right. RoleCatcher's upfront about the physically demanding aspects of the job.
Mm-hmm.
Long hours, standing for extended periods, and potential exposure to chemicals are all part of the territory.
Yeah.
It's a career that requires physical stamina and a commitment to safety protocols.
Makes sense. You need to be comfortable working with your hands and be aware of your surroundings.
Absolutely. It's not a desk job. It's hands-on, fast-paced,
Mm-hmm.
and often requires you to think on your feet.
So how do you go from, like, dying newbie to, say, master of textures? Does RoleCatcher offer any insights into career progression?
They lay out a pretty clear path, actually.
Okay.
You might start as an assistant or entry-level technician, learning the ropes, assisting with machine setups, conducting quality checks, that sort of thing.
Getting your hands dirty, literally.
Exactly. From there, as you gain experience and expertise, you can progress to junior and senior technician roles, visually leading teams, troubleshooting complex problems, maybe even developing your own finishing processes.
I love that they include those example profiles because it takes it beyond just a job title. You get a real sense of what each stage entails.
Right. You can see the progression from following instructions to calling the shots. An entry-level technician might focus on mastering one machine or process, but a senior technician might oversee an entire production line, collaborating with designers,
Right.
optimizing for efficiency, and ensuring those high standards are met.
So there's room to specialize and really become an expert in a specific type of finishing or textile, maybe even become known for your signature softness or something.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
That kind of expertise is golden in this industry because it's not just about knowing how to operate the machines. It's about understanding the subtle nuances of different fabrics, dyes, and finishes to achieve that perfect result.
Okay, so let's say someone listening is thinking, all right, sign me up. I want to be a textile guru. What are the must-have skills to really nail this job?
Well, RoleCatcher breaks it down into a few key areas.
Okay.
Of course, you got to have that technical foundation,
Right.
understanding the ins and outs of the machines, the processes, the different materials you're working with.
Right, because knowing your way around a textile mill is a bit more complex than just knowing how to fold laundry.
Right. Exactly. It's about understanding the why behind each step.
Okay.
Like, you might need to know the difference between a mercerized finish, which gives cotton that smooth, lustrous look,
Right.
and a napped finish,
Yeah.
which creates that cozy, fuzzy texture like you find on flannel.
Okay, yeah.
But beyond the technical stuff,
Yeah.
there are some essential soft skills too.
I was just going to say, it can't all be about machines and fabrics. What else does RoleCatcher highlight?
They really emphasize attention to detail.
Okay.
You're the last line of defense when it comes to quality control.
Right.
That means spotting tiny flaws, inconsistencies in color, anything that might compromise the final product.
You need those eagle eyes.
Exactly. And because manufacturing environments can be, well, unpredictable,
Right.
problem-solving skills are crucial. A batch of dye might be off.
Yeah.
The machine could malfunction.
Oh, no.
You need to be able to think on your feet and find solutions quickly.
It's like being a textile detective. You need to analyze the clues and figure out the culprit behind that rogue wrinkle or color variation.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
And lastly, RoleCatcher emphasizes something you can't teach: a genuine passion for textiles.
Yeah.
That fascination with how fibers are transformed, that love for the feel of a perfectly finished fabric, it makes all the difference.
Enthusiasm is contagious, right?
It is.
Speaking of putting your best foot forward, RoleCatcher also dives into interview prep, right?
They do, yeah.
What kind of questions should someone expect in a finishing textile technician interview?
Well, they've got a whole section dedicated to it, which I think is so valuable.
Oh, good.
Some questions are straightforward, like, what experience do you have with different finishing machines?
Makes sense.
But then they get into more scenario-based questions.
Okay.
Like, can you describe a time you had to troubleshoot a problem with a finishing process?
Ooh, those are always good ones. It's a chance to showcase your experience and problem-solving skills in action.
Exactly. And they often ask about quality control procedures, how you ensure the finished product meets those high standards, how you've contributed to process improvements. It's all about demonstrating your knowledge and commitment to quality.
So it sounds like RoleCatcher equips you with everything you need, from understanding the career path to acing the interview. But beyond that, what else can you tell us about their platform? Do they offer any other cool features?
One thing that stands out is their use of AI.
Oh, interesting.
They've integrated it into their platform to analyze job descriptions, suggest improvements for your CV, and even help you practice those tricky interview questions.
Wow, it's like having a personal career coach powered by algorithms. It really shows the power of technology in navigating today's job market.
It's pretty impressive. And it highlights how important it is to embrace these advancements and use them to our advantage.
So for anyone listening who's intrigued by the world of textiles,
Yeah.
by the blend of artistry and technology,
Yeah.
this could be a career path worth exploring. It's about more than just fabrics. It's about problem solving, creativity, and that quiet satisfaction of transforming raw potential into something remarkable.
And with the constant innovation happening in the textile industry, from sustainable practices to smart fabrics, it's a field that promises excitement and new challenges around every corner.
It really does. Well, that's it for our deep dive into the world of finishing textile technicians. Huge thanks to RoleCatcher for providing such a comprehensive and insightful guide. We've learned what these textile masters do, the skills needed to succeed, and even how to land that dream job.